What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Rev-con Podcast. Woo! I'm Peju.
I'm Esso.
I'm Wale.
I'm Awale.
I'm Bullis Gago, also known as Dr. Bullis.
Alright.
Also, no, I'm just kidding.
We're super excited to have you guys back. Today's episode is going to be very interesting because we're actually going to be doing a response video.
Yes.
Okay, so there was a video that Awele found on Instagram, and we're just
Don't tell me
gonna
who it is.
we're just gonna play it and then respond to it.
So I've noticed just in the whole dating culture is that the real issue is not really purity, it's more what purity did to women to not make them prizes anymore. Now hear me out. I've realized when men will pursue a woman in the church, she's serving in the church, she's a great woman, she's not having sex, but her personality is trash. We can't work together. She's awkward, she's weird, so she's no longer a wife. So now, technically, she's not a prize anymore because I can't marry her. So this is what really happens, but purity culture calls her to be awkward and weird and all this stuff. So now, men are literally saying, hey, you know what? A woman who is somehow in the streets a little bit, it's a little bit more relatable and more comfortable. Am I lying? Yo, a little bit more relatable, a little bit more comfortable. Now let's talk about facts. Who are men actually marrying? They're marrying the woman that's not that deep. So I've noticed.
Bro, what is you saying,
They're
bro?
marrying a woman that's not that deep.
Okay, first, okay.
Oh, damn. like,
He got his notes ready.
alright, y'all women say something first.
So I'm trying to understand the breakdown. So it sounds like what he's saying is there's a thing called purity culture
Okay.
that has infiltrated the church and made women come off very weird and awkward and develop very bad personalities.
Not relatable.
Not relatable to the extent where now men in the church no longer see them as prizes because of the unrelatability. And what is relatable is now seeking after women who have a little bit more of the street-esque persona.
He said in the streets.
In the streets. So a woman who is somewhat in the streets is more relatable and looks more like a wife or somebody a man would marry because she's not awkward or as weird.
Yeah.
I thank God I don't know this dude. I thank God I didn't come across this.
He needs help.
Because, like, you need to say that in the mic, because, look.
Just kidding.
Like, okay, there's I never taken notes before on a video, right? I don't even know which one to start. I'm going to start with this one. This is me. When I was listening to this, the first thing that came to my mind is, who made you, God, to determine the price of a woman based on her weak personality? Who made you, God, to determine the value of a woman? She is no longer...
We're just jumping into it.
He's saying you're no longer valuable because you're not marriageable.
Yeah. She can't be.
So now she is just another wife. Who made you, God, that now God made women just to be married in that context? And her value is if a man says she's valuable, and her personality now has to be in alignment with his will for her to be valuable.
Yeah.
That is the epitome of nonsense, because how can you say that the woman on the street now is more married? So to you, a woman is valuable when she's been married. So much so that you're saying that the value of the woman on the street is more than the one whom has been in the presence of God and has held herself.
Yeah.
And you're saying, so then whoever marries you needs to be careful, because your definition of marriage is simply being married. You don't understand that the purpose in marriage is to reflect the will of God. You're telling me you can reflect God more with a person that had nothing to do with righteousness, and because you are enjoying your marriage, therefore God should be happy.
Right.
Because she can do ungodly things with you and have a cool personality.
Right. Yeah.
Opposed to understanding then no, if your cross is to deal with her personality, while the glory of God will be revealed in her for actually holding on to the things of the gospel, that is what her value is. The value of a woman is not pleasing you.
Yeah.
The value of a woman is what God says that she is in your life.
Yes.
Man,
Yes.
get out of here with that nonsense, man.
Seriously.
Get out of here.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
I'm sorry, I just
It's kinda
totally
crazy.
destroyed this
No,
one.
from the moment he opened up his mouth, he was just ignorant. He had nothing to say, and I was just, what did he say? Something about
So
purity.
he's talking about purity culture. So now what we were talking about a little bit earlier was
like, what exactly is
right.
culture?
So is he trying to have a Christian wife? Is that
Well,
what he's aiming for? Or
what
if he wants someone that's in the world, then just say that.
Exactly, right?
Listen, I don't know who this dude is, but he needs to go revisit his entire motives
Yeah.
of what a woman is. There's some controlling freak nature in thisness.
Right.
Yeah.
There is you better line up because we're the prize. The man,
That's
according
what
to
he's
him,
doing, yeah.
the
He's the
man
prize.
is the prize.
Yeah.
You are as equally as prized as I am.
Yeah.
If you have a good personality, I don't care how much time you spent with God to develop your character.
Yeah.
That's what he's saying.
So backwards.
I'm a little bit confused at his comment about
I gotta go watch the whole podcast.
purity culture because, okay, what I understand about purity culture is it's just this aspect of Christianity where you just try to refrain from having sex
Right.
until marriage, right?
Okay.
And I understand, like, in some aspects of that purity culture, I don't know why it's necessarily a culture, but some aspects of that is like, they're not being taught, like Christians, youth, children, or whatever, are not being taught about what walking in purity actually looks like. And so there is that kind of like, quote unquote, awkwardness where it's just like, oh, well, I'm just not supposed to do this.
Okay.
Right.
You don't know
So it's like
why.
a social
you don't,
thing.
yeah, like,
Okay.
and so that's not being taught, but it's like, now you saying like, oh, because of the awkwardness now, and because of the lack of knowledge, really is
Yeah.
what it seems like, is
Yeah.
like, there's no value in your person because of your lack of knowledge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of interesting.
So I guess.
Wow, that's
No,
actually
yeah,
really
yeah,
good.
that's exactly what
That's really
you're
good.
saying. And I think from a man's perspective, right, and like seeing how those guys were talking, first of all, they need to go back and, like what you said, define those things.
Yeah.
Define what's like value like, in a woman. Like what is truly a Christian woman that you want to marry, that you want to see, right? But from like now taking my own perspective out of it and kind of putting myself in their shoes, like I just feel like I don't know, a lot of like men right now, we need to like I don't know, bro, like, we need to, like it's almost
Y'all need
like
help.
like it's even beyond help. Like it's scary because women now are gonna watch that and are whether insecure or want a man like that, how he looks, what he has. And they're gonna now submit themselves to that situation or look at themselves in the mirror, be like, "Am I awkward?"
Yeah.
Because when you said that, the reason why I said nah is
great.
because, okay, if she is awkward or whatever, what is? All of us are awkward,
Right,
bro.
I was just
Someone's gonna find something awkward about
I know I'm weird.
What's awkward to
Yeah.
you? That's what I want to know. What do you mean by that? Because it's like,
It's a little
is
relative.
she being
Yeah.
awkward because, oh, if we're hanging out and she doesn't want to hold your hand because she's not you, show her, bro.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like,
What is he
because like,
awkward?
because when
Less experience.
he's comparing
Yeah.
a woman, exactly.
I think that's what he
That's
means.
what he
Yeah.
means because
Yeah.
he's talking about someone in the street,
Wow.
like a street person. That's what he said.
They're more
Street.
Who probably like touching all on you and all that
bro.
stuff.
You
Like, you
on
ain't
the
gonna be a
street.
virgin no more for a week, brother. You know what I'm saying?
For her to be on the street, that means her walls are broken.
Yeah.
So if you're giving her personality that has learned how to take care of your manhood,
Right.
and you're saying that is the standard of what the girls in church should be looking to, you just told an insecure girl, forget all this purity things and learn from the girl on the street.
Yeah.
What's the meaning of
Yeah.
anything? I understand what you meant by the purity culture. Why should it even be a culture, right?
Right,
It
right.
That's what I
should
was
be that
thinking,
parents
yeah.
should teach. That,
Yeah.
we get. That's true.
Yeah.
But think about what you're doing, bro.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, you're just expressing what you want.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Just say you want the girl on the
Yeah.
street.
Right.
Just say
Typically,
that.
we church boys that waited all virgin and all, that's what we wanted.
Just
I
say
mean, that's
that.
our imagination,
It could
right?
be so simple.
We marry a girl that came right off the altar, but in the bedroom.
I'm telling you, I'm gonna be transparent.
Me too. Go ahead. You go first, though.
I'll go first. Because when I was in college, like for me, she's my first ever like girlfriend, wife, right?
Yeah.
So it's like soon to be wife. But awkwardness helped me. Because people will come up to you
Yes.
and say, "Oh, let's go to party. Let's
Yeah.
go do this."
Yeah.
And me being awkward and being to myself, I'd be like, "Oh no."
Yeah.
That protected me.
Yeah.
And I feel like now when you're telling people, "Don't be awkward," you're opening up the shell like to other people that, okay, I'll go ahead and do this. And if you're not strong enough, and when you're 15, 14, 21 in college, come on.
There's value in that preservation.
Yeah.
And so, like,
a lot of people
it's
don't know
weird.
that.
What he was saying was actually really contradictory.
Hey.
Yeah.
It's like, this purity culture is teaching people to be awkward, so there's no longer any value.
No longer a wife.
That's what's valuable.
Right.
Hey.
I just can't understand though how awkwardness equates to she is no longer a prize or a wife. Like
It's that.
what is
Hey,
that
yeah.
correlation?
Awkwardness
I don't
is
get it.
evidence of lack of experience.
Right.
I can tell you, if I wasn't awkward, let me tell you a story. Middle school, where all the cool kids hang out.
Yeah.
I'm the only black dude. I got a lot of attention. Nerd, but got a lot of attention. One black girl. Beautiful. Oily though, but beautiful. Gorgeous.
You had to do her like that.
Everybody was like, everybody was showing that they could kiss. They were all kissing each other. She points and says, I want him.
Oh, wow.
I was awkward. You know what I did? I looked at her in front of everybody. I was like, I'm too short, and ran off. God saved my life. You know what? If I kissed that girl and saw what my abilities were, I would not be pastor
Okay, first
today.
of all, actually gross.
I know it's just such a weird place.
Listen, let me tell you something about me.
No, let's do it for real.
Let's talk for real, y'all. Like,
Oh my God.
I know every look. Since I was 8, God is my witness. 7, somebody tried to sleep with me.
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
Every year of my life.
Yeah.
Thank God for awkwardness.
Yeah.
I would have, now that I think about it, I should have not been awkward. But it's like, thank God for it.
Yeah.
Sometimes that's how God preserves us. Can some people go overboard and make it look like purity is like the emblem?
Yeah.
But guess what? They see the light too. They see the light.
There's not a lot of numbers like that anyway.
Exactly.
Yeah.
People are actually doing this because they think they're like trying to walk with God in a perverse culture.
Right.
Trying to stay away from men like you.
And he's making them look like fools. Like,
Yeah.
I don't like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't like that. Because even, like, not to get too open with us, but it's like, you knew, like, even for me to hold your hand, that took a while. I was, like, super, like I didn't want to.
And you man's man.
Yeah.
No spectrum of gay.
Are you gonna come to me, bro, and say I'm awkward? I
Yeah.
wish you would.
I
Like,
wish
you know
you-
what I mean?
Hey, I'll show you.
You let it know.
I'll show you these faces. I mean, listen, right now this dude brought up the flesh. Because, I actually feel like having a debate.
Yeah.
Hey, get me on that show, though. But I'm just saying.
Right.
I honestly could look at this dude and have a clean debate. Granted, I got to go watch the entire context. But if this was what he said, I need to go face to face. Well, in love, I'm a very nice guy.
Based off of her experience, it's like experience can be taught. Like all of those things are just so not important. You know, those things can be taught. Like
Man.
I don't understand how.
I think he's just insecure. Like, I think it's like, well, I'm thinking to myself, like, okay, so maybe a pure woman that he probably was looking towards didn't see all of, like, what she was looking for, like, turned him down, and now he's thinking like, you're
Now
not
he's hurt.
it. He's hurt.
Oh, he's thinking it's
And-
because of that purity thing.
No, y'all
But
Yes.
she doesn't want him.
Exactly.
Y'all know.
I mean, but I don't know
I heard it
him.
first at Rev-con.
I don't know, but that's just kind of what I'm getting from him. He just seems
nice.
like this. Ever since he started talking, I was just like, this is an insecure dude.
Yeah.
Like, cause why would you bring down a woman for being pure?
Yeah.
That's her choice.
Listen,
Let's need to bring that
I
up.
have,
Let's
Why
hear
would you
it.
do that?
I've never done this in my life. Done a response to someone. Never. This is the first time. But I am out of character right now. I am. Because I could see somebody watching this and say they tore him down for 20 minutes. Where's the love of God? I think I'm rather careful for those that these days people are just running with anything they hear. I rather stop this. Now, granted, I think you read that he came up and said he might have said it wrong.
Yeah.
But he still was defending the intent of what he said. I can't possibly see an intent that is godly out of this. I can't.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry, brother. I love you. I don't know your name. I don't know what the name of your podcast is. I just need to let you know, sir, that you need to revisit this idea and speak it the right way. No, women are not wasting their time. Some of us appreciated that they were awkward and we had to fight tooth and nail to get through personalities. We just came to realize that that's just years of just wanting to be pure. They build up walls, and sometimes you just got to scale those walls.
Yeah.
And I think love conquers all things. And so, bro, like, we're not trying to tear you down. Just got to let you know, there's just value in speaking with wisdom.
Yeah.
If you got nothing to say, just don't say nothing at all.
Facts.
That's my opinion.
Facts.
Yeah.
No, that's a mic drop right there, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, love you guys. Do subscribe. Do subscribe. And, share the link. Possibly let the brother see it. Because I don't want it to just be a one-way conversation.
Yeah.
We're not trying to tear you down, bro. It's just that this just made no sense, sir. But we love you. Take care. Join us for next week for the next podcast. Bye-bye.